Alright guys, so we got quite a bit of stuff done in this season, so if we do come back to the game, we'll definitely continue this save, I think. This has been a really progressive episode for sure, or season, so I think what we'll do right now though is just cover the things that we worked on, take a few moments to enjoy the scenery, and you know, just kind of check out each building as it really is at the very end. So we'll probably start with the houses and work our way through the village and check out the other things. So we'll start with our original house, which is this one right here. Check out the garden first. So we have some chairs. I planted or put some fur down for the things. We got some rocks and stuff. A little outhouse there. Some windows. We also decorated inside this particular house a little bit. No idea why he's just standing there. That's a little weird. So what did we work on here? We put some decorations like firewood piles down. We have some shelves and stuff in here. Some of those. Curtains, antlers, stuff like that. Still need to give a gift for them. But the other house that we worked on this side was our other house, which is our current one. We have a little bit of a garden here, a wash tub, some clothing, and some space that I'm not sure what to really do with yet. I didn't really get that far. Also got some storage over on that side, our table, which really could have used an upgrade. And inside, not too much stuff. It's actually quite bare in here, but we did upgrade the fireplace and at least 1 or 2 beds here, so it looks a little bit better. And yeah, we don't have a lot of stuff on our shelves or anything like that. Kind of pretty bare compared to some of the other houses. There is the latest house, which is right over here. We did a really good job on the exterior. So we got like a table and chairs here. Could have put the fur down for cushions. A little exit this way. So this goes to the main, well, one of the main roads. And then we got like a really nice rock garden. And over on the side we have the outhouse and the wood pile, as well as some bushes and stuff. Inside, it has all the basic necessities. There's a coat hanger, some shelves, rugs, and some of the other decorations like antlers and those hangy things. I didn't have time to put the curtains in though. But it doesn't look like I have had time to put the flower boxes in either on most of these, if all of them. So that brings us to the other side of town, which is over on this side. We'll come back to this side in a minute. I want to just cover those other houses first. So this was, I believe, our second house that we built. And we have a little bit of a garden thing here. It's only got like 3 cups and a jug there. Got like a really nice garden here. Really need to start remembering to put more of those vases down. Those really turned out really well. Wash tub with some buckets, some clothing lines, a torch, basket for clothing, and some other things back here with the outhouse. Nice garden space there. Basket and thing there for firewood. We got some interior firewood and some decorations on the shelves there. We also got the hangy things and antlers. We also got candles in all of the houses. I kept forgetting to show that as well, but there are candles in all the houses right above the door. And coat hanger. There's a rug or 2 in here too. And I believe this house over here was our second one that we built. That was our third. Or, no, that was our second one. This was our third one, and that was our fourth. And then our house was our 5th. And then the one over there was our 6th house. So, and this one's got baby's bed in it right now. I guess they're busy. Same story, wood pile, some decorations, not a whole lot, and not a whole lot of upgrades either. Got also just a simple bench design. I also put a lot of pillows down on that. That took a long time to do because it kept falling off. But yeah, and then we got like a nice little garden area space. Tried to work with a lot of the stones and stuff. And that goes all the way back here. Very similar design to the other one. So that's basically what it looks like. I think I put some stuff in there, some jugs or something like that. So yeah, that one turned out really good. And over here we have what was going to be our actual house, but I decided not to go with it because it's just too uneven terrain to really decorate our house with. So I planted some trees, trying to make it a little bit more lush. I didn't get around to doing the yard decorations that much. Started working on it over on this side, but didn't get to this side yet. So if we come back to it, we'll probably work on that for sure. And up here, we did upgrade the bed here, so that one actually got a little bit of an upgrade. We got some decorations up here, just some random stuff I've found along the way. There's some wool fabric that could have come in handy if I knew about it. But that could be like for cloths or stuff like that. And then we got some other decorations, a couple jugs down there, upgraded fireplace, curtains, flower pots on the exterior, just no shutters. So yeah, so that's the houses taken care of. Now let's take a look at some of the production buildings, and we'll start with the sewing hut, as there's not much to show about that one. So the sewing hut hasn't really changed too much. I don't think we got to a point where we could upgrade it. I might be wrong. Production. Yeah, we could have upgraded it, but I didn't get around to it. So I just kind of worked on the exterior a little bit, planted some flowers and stuff, but it's far from being perfect in this area. Our woodshed, this was one of our first production buildings. We actually worked a lot on that area. We got the wood pile that we worked on, which looks really good. Just kind of scattered some logs around there to make it look more like it's been thrown in there. So that was a nice little technique I discovered. And we got berry bushes and some other things. I tried to work in with the natural rocks and stuff like that that are around here and not destroy those. So planted some trees. That was I think the latest one there. And we have our barn. Our barn might have been actually the first one if I remember correctly, and then it was the wood pile. So we got some compost bins on the exterior with a shovel and a basket with cabbage in it. I haven't really done anything with that. I usually use the baskets to help harvest, but then I just decided to throw it into the sewing hut until I got it all sorted out. Got some spears and quite a bit of materials there. Also ran a bucket because why not? And I usually keep some tools and stuff here. I got some recurve bows. I don't know why I put it in the barn. It just had a shelf to put it there. And over here what we have is the pig pen. This is one of the earlier buildings. So we got some flower pots. Tried to decorate it as best as I could. Lay down some mud, dirt paths. I wouldn't mind like different materials for paths as well. At least like mud and bricks and stuff like that. That would actually be pretty cool. So this is where we store most of our excess seeds and saplings and stuff like that. Some planks. You never know when you might need a plank or two. Water bin and some newer. So that looks good. Not much in here has really changed. And what else came after that? I think the kitchen came after that. So we upgraded this a couple times. We actually spent a couple times working on that. The workshop used to be over here next to it, but I decided to put like a dining area in, and we'll check out that in just a second. So I have some food laying around for easy access, but it's mostly just for decorations. Some buckets of milk for when we make the cheese and stuff. Some random buckets there just for extra decoration. Some flower pots. This is one of our first landscaping areas that we worked on, was on this side here. I think it was around the time when we started working on this landscaping as well. And then over on this side I have some firewood just for the furnace or kitchen stove or whatever. We got some basic stuff. I wouldn't mind upgrading these as well to make it look like that house that we had over there. That was a really nice design there that we worked on. But yeah, overall this looks pretty good. And we also have some excess storage for other things if we ever need a place to offload some storage for resources for the kitchen as well. So, you know, like dry storage, like flour, grain, things like that. So speaking of the workshop, we did move the workshop over here. And I have some clay laying around, and I think that's about it in the workshop itself. I tried to get some decorations and stuff on the outside, but never really got around to making enough pottery. But to be fair, we didn't have a lot of room to work with in this area, so I gave myself a lot more room with a forge, which while we're here we might as well take a look at. It's very functional, so we have all our armor and stuff here. We got our axe for when we take on some bandit camps, some knives for hunting as well. We also got some crossbows and stuff on this side. A couple spare things, pickaxe, shovel, and up here we got some resources for basic storage, just so it's not cluttering the other thing. We also got some resources in here. And I tried to decorate it as best as I could for the sides that weren't really being used too much. I also planted a tree, so that looked really good. Our other building over here, I should probably also mention there's some firewood on the side. And a nice little garden area back here as well. So we also got the resource storage. I've made use of the wood log area for a few times, but our wife was busy with our firstborn child, so we didn't really have a lot of wood by the end, so it's been pretty much empty since then. Got some deer skulls for future houses and stuff, bunch of manure, or fertilizer, pardon me, and some excess resources that just weighed down things. We got quite a bit of stuff in here. It's not too bad for weight capacity. It's only at 600. Usually it gets pretty full in my save, so I'm pretty happy that it's been mostly managed. Probably the best of managed them all after all. So we also got some orchard, some plum trees. That will really come in handy later for when we get a tavern. We can start making plum wine and stuff like that. But overall, this looks really good, and I did start planting some trees and stuff back here just to kind of decorate the space. I wouldn't mind putting some berry bushes or something in there as well. So maybe some flowers and stuff. So we checked out the pigsty, and we actually had our farm next to our house right there, but we moved that over to here. And we grow a number of crops in this field. Right now, during summer, we have cabbage growing. In the spring, we have flax. And we have oats growing as well, and poppies in this one. Also planted some trees along here. Tried to give some space for the area here just to kind of fence it off a little bit and make it a little bit more nice. And that brings us to the farming shed. Nothing too spectacular to write home about. It's just a farming shed, but across the street we have the herbalist hut, and this is probably one of the best buildings I worked on in this season. So we have a lot of different flower beds for decoration. I've tried filling up some of the spaces between them. some wood there for the wood pile in here. You have like a cauldron thing. You can see there's a little bit of wood there, so I'm trying to make sure that there's some of the buildings had wood and stuff. Wagon wheel, I'm not sure why, it just looked good. And some flowers. We got some flower baskets there, just excess, kind of to decorate the area a little bit more. And just a random chair, because why not? It looks pretty, so when you're sitting here, it looks really good. I like this area. And going back this way, we have our donkey shelter. So basic necessities, you know, some decorations, some hay. Try to put a little bit of hay in all the animal pens. A couple of them actually. We got a nice little rock garden that we worked on as well. And a water bucket for water for them. Because they have food, they have water, they're happy. We can go through this gate and we enter the horse stable. So, rock there, some flower, horse apparently. And we got 2 baby horses now. So our capacity's full. I'm just waiting for these to grow up so we can actually sell one of them. And we got that. A little garden there. Got some garden space around there. Can't really upgrade these buildings. I wish you could to higher tiers, but you can't. Through here we have 2 of the last buildings, so I'll cover these really quickly. We have our cow stable. Trees haven't grown up yet. There will be trees. So there's a spruce tree that will grow here. We also got, I think, birch. So in this area will be birch. I think I planted another one over here. Some maple trees, yeah. Might be another one. So another maple tree over here. So it will kind of buff out a little bit for decoration and stuff, and then we can start decorating that, but I didn't have enough time for finishing that project. And our last thing that I really have is the other farm, which is right across from the other one. It's perfectly aligned, actually. I measured it for the path mainly because I wanted it to go straight down. So it's not hard for them to get to the farm over here, which is great. It's actually within range and stuff. So what we grow here is carrots and beetroots. I'll probably be growing some more stuff on this side once we get a few more farmers and stuff, but that's pretty much it. So other than that, we had a lot more room that I wanted to expand. I was thinking about putting the tavern over here maybe, but we have a lot more room back there that we can actually get some stuff with, so I don't know. Future plans definitely will be coming back to this season or series, even if it's with a different format. We do have this bridge back here, and I did decorate that green space a little bit more. I started working on filling up this with like a rock area, better rocks and stuff to make it a rock shore. And our cave for our mine is just right over here. We just don't have a mine yet unlocked. So, but it's direct access from the forge, which
I haven't been drinking enough today.
Which is directly through this bridge and then past that house, past our house, and the forge is right there. So it's not too much of a distance to travel with ores and stuff like that. And when we actually get a mine functional, we can just pull it directly from the resource storage. So it's a very functional design overall for where a lot of these production buildings are located. But overall, that I think we did pretty good for the season. Let me know in the comments what you think about it, and I will see you guys in the next game, which is going to be No Man's Sky, and we'll be trying out a different format. So I'm going to be working on the editing a lot more, and there will be less videos, but I think it will be way better overall, and will be more of kind of like a narration kind of thing like this, very similar to it. So more of a relaxed kind of gameplay, so we'll see how that turns out. But other than that, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.